Hello everybody and welcome back to Benjamin Magnus Plays Hearts of Iron 3. Now last time, we only played 20 days into the game, and it was mostly just getting everything set up, which is, it's kind of interesting in of itself, because you kind of, with BlackICE at least, you can really kind of customize your gameplay based on what you want to do and how you want the game to unfold, and I think I did that pretty well. I think I'm going to have... because I'm not great at this game, I think the Soviet Union I'm going to be able to beat, but I think it's going to be tough, and then I think the United Kingdom and the United States are going to be really tough. Now, because I've been able to read a lot of the comments since the first episode went up, before I record this one, I am going to be taking some advice. One thing I'm going to be doing is kind of min-maxing my leadership. So I'm going to go, I'm going to max out espionage for a little bit, just probably a few weeks, just to get a bunch of spies built up. Then I'm going to max out diplomacy just for a little bit to get a backlog of diplomatic points. And I don't think we're going to do officers right now. Yeah, because Battle Commander 3, normal BlackICE, Military Academy up, Specialist Training 30%. So maybe we could do officers for a little while, and then we'll max it all on research. And I feel like that is a better way of going about technology. It was definitely advised that min-maxing your leadership is kind of the way to go. Now, what else? There was something else I wanted to talk about that... Advice-wise, and I can't remember what it was off the top of my head now. Anyway, we'll just start the... Oh, yeah, it was... some people told me, if we could find one of them, that the guys with the colored names... here we go. The guys with the colored names are ones that will upgrade, so you kind of want to keep them as they are, name-wise, so that the game can find them. You don't want to change their names. And now, so we're going to probably doing a lot of... Oh, you know what? We got a decision available. So we can create the Waffen-SS command structure. So March 1940, after an agreement between the Army and the SS, the title Waffen-SS was officially created. Himmler gained approval of Waffen-SS to form its own command, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so now we're basically going to form either a theater or an army group level SS. So we'll gain formation of the Waffen-SS Theater HQ in Berlin. I think I'm going to do Army Group. I don't think I'm going to give it its own theater. I think I'll give it its own Army Group. Yeah, look at all this stuff. A lot of ordering the Tirpitz, ordering the Bismarck. The hell is this? Sorry, I got a little distracted. Oh, and please ignore this activate when I'm assuming it's going to appear in the recording, but right down here, there's a little watermark on my screen, at least, that says activate Windows, go to settings to activate Windows. Apparently, it's an issue with Windows 10 where I just kind of forgot that I owned it, and it wants me to go pick up another copy. So I'm just waiting to hear back from Windows from Microsoft about fixing that for me, because I definitely do own it. Now, we're going to have to go through our command structure and fix a ton of stuff. So we need to get this set up correctly. So this is... this is the Luftwaffe command structure here. So, and then it's split up into different... Sorry, my nose is itching a little right now. So flak, it looks like, is there flak units? Flak regiments? HQ defense, heavy AA guns, and anti-aircraft. Heavy AA guns apparently consist from 20 millimeter flak cannons right now. The same as our anti-aircraft guns. So that's actually a thing, heavy anti-aircraft guns? Brigade. So we can go... it is a thing now. I don't think that was a thing before. I'm assuming the heavy AA is really good at defending against strategic bombers and the like. Like, it's the same across the board here, but its piercing attack's a lot higher. Its air attack is actually lower. That's interesting. Huh. Its air attack is lower, but its piercing attack is higher. So I guess the heavy AA guns are better mixed in, maybe? I don't know. Mixed in with units? Well, let's just keep playing. I'm just trying to... I'm going to have to take some time here. Definitely wrap my head around... Ooh, look at that. Wrap my head around the situation with... We're actually getting more into supplies than it says, so why are we out? Let's just crank this up a little bit and see what happens. Switzerland, okay. Planes are getting finished. We're just going to dump them all together right now. Got to organize these guys. A lot of organization's going to have to get done before we do anything. And a couple people have asked me strategically what is the name of the game here, and I think probably what I'm going to do is, I don't know if how Germany works with the BlackICE mod, really, but normally what I used to do in vanilla, it was just eat up all of Poland, all of Lithuania, all of Latvia, and all of Estonia, and deny that stuff access to the Soviets, because if you look, I think it's Narva right here, yeah, this area, Narva, there is you're right next to Leningrad from Estonia. I mean, it's really difficult moving over here if you look at the terrain map mode. A lot of woods, marshland, and swamps and things like that. And this is basically the Pirpit. Is that how you pronounce it? Pirpit? The Pirpit swamps? I think that's what that area is called. And this is kind of the area I always kind of went around whenever I was playing in vanilla here. All right, so let's start with... Well, let's take a look at production here. 2 planes are about to finish, so let's wait for those to finish. Any day now, and you can see we're starting to get some free spies here. And we're wasting production. What is the production being wasted on? We don't have enough production, honestly. Interesting. Now, all this stuff, I think it all, you know, air bases, all this big construction projects, infrastructure, things like that, is all just kind of dumped into construction practical, which you can see over here. I don't think it's subdivided in any way. So I think you can just... I think all of them will up your construction practical and help you out. Help you out that way. Okay, so we need to add some stuff onto the production queue, kind of get this going. So let's see here. Infrastructure. Is there any way to see how my... You know what I always used to like to do is just, like, max out infrastructure in certain areas, or industry. So, see industrial capacity for Berlin here. Anything further back, it's going to be harder for the Americans to hit. Do this, like Breslau here. Let's do that. And industrial capacity. Throw some industrial capacity onto the production queue here. What is this at? 5.6, 5.8, something like that? It actually doesn't take that long, so we'll keep that stuff going. Little experiments here and there. Little experiments. Air wings. Naval bombers. Now, we have flying boats, right? We do have flying boats, but fighting the British Navy, I found naval bombers to be very, very useful. So we're going to go to air wing. We're going to go to naval bombers, and we're going to do 2 by 3. Or you know what? 3 by 2. Let's do that. There we go. That should have fixed that up. Nice. What can we do here? Let's see. This is going to... they're required by the changing fortunes of war. Well, was the German designation for groups of infantry divisions raised at approximately the same time with approximately the same type of organization equipment and shared a similar type of personal level of training. From 1939-1945, there were at least 35 Wellen formed from various... Oh, I'm not even going to try this. Under the supervision of replacement armies. So let's do this and see what happens. So... And now we have these guys. So now what we can do is start... Well, let's put it on, like, speed 3. Get our free spies up to a better level. Himmler demands a panzer force. With the success of the Wehrmacht panzer formations, Himmler has realized the strategic and propaganda of having panzer units in the SS. July 1942, in Bergen, Netherlands, the SS was created. The corps served as a skeletal formation, overseeing the reorganization and restructure of Waffen-SS combat divisions in the area of Toulon, France, in early February next. So, we're getting Himmler's panzers now. You know what we need to do is, let's put this on manual control. And we need to get our supply situation. Well, consumer goods, let's do this. And then supplies, let's get our supplies really... You know, let's just do that, because right now we're in the negative. We have negative supplies, so let's crank for a little while. Get the this is important. Blueprints stolen, but Bulgaria. This is important because this kind of helps. Kind of just what's the word I'm looking for? This is where you can kind of pinpoint what kind of planes and tanks you want. So. Light production will allow your aircraft to maintain greater range and speed in combat with less fuel usage. Such aircraft will be cheaper and faster to build. Heavy production will give your aircraft greater hitting power and ability to absorb damage at the cost of some speed and range without significant investments in tech to counter this. Such aircraft will become much more expensive but potentially more durable. Type of engine chosen unlocks relative armored fighting vehicle engine techs. Gasoline will give you overall supply bonus, speed bonus, and a small amount of toughness. Choosing diesel will give you better combat performance, battle speed, and better toughness. So right now, I'm obviously thinking diesel engines for Germany. That's actually what they did. I mean, the Americans had gasoline engines, and everybody knows Shermans were, you know, they take one hit and blow up. Type of armor unlocks the tactical armor fighting vehicles. Welded armor will increase the strength and protection, slower build time, cast armor. So we're definitely gonna do welded armor and diesel engines. But I'm thinking light. Well, I did light with when I was playing Japan. It actually worked out really well for me. No, let's just go heavy, heavy, heavy. So heavy aircraft, diesel engine, welded armor. Let's do that. There we go. And that would actually unlock, if we go to Armored Fighting Vehicle, that would unlock the appropriate techs in here for me to work with. But for now, we're still doing spies, and we should actually probably go to Intelligence. Let's see, what do we try? Own spy, partisan efficient spies caught, our neutrality. Well, our own spy priority, let's make sure that's high. Counter and espionage. We just... national unity, support the ruling party. Now, I think we already did it. Allies, France, disrupt national unity. Okay, good. So we already got spies there. We've got all these active spies right now not really doing anything. So we could actually set them to work doing something. Like we could send some to the United Kingdom. Counter espionage, find and neutralize enemy spies. We could do tech espionage, attempt to infiltrate enemy research facilities, steal blueprints, prototypes, and secret documents. Let's try tech from, because UK probably have some nice tech for like ships and stuff like that. That sounds good to me. Let's also go to the Comintern. Let's see, do that there. Go to the Soviet Union. Let's put it on 1. Let's put it on 2. And let's do disrupt national unity. Sabotage, commando, infiltration. Tech espionage, military, find and focus on enemies, or counter espionage, find and neutralize enemy spy. Let's do like that. Now, will these guys, or all active spies, go out and do stuff then? Yes. For Winter Olympics of 36. Ready? Oh, so yeah, I'm kind of glad I did I cranked it all into supplies, because the supplies keep getting used in various events. So we need to crank that back up. Winter Olympics of whoa, dance show. To entertain our foreign guests and show off German culture, we will have a dance. We will show dancing girls. German womanhood will be on display. Nice. SS Mountain Airborne Artillery, yes. Activate this unit. SS Engineers, yes. Winter Olympics of 36. What is this going to do? Lose 10,000 supplies, lose descent, gain unity, gain money. Mountain Infantry activation, gain 15. Ski Brigade, gain 20. Mountain unit training gain... I don't know what any of that stuff's mean. Everybody likes this more. So I'm assuming those units that would have been activated would have come up over here, but I don't see them. I don't actually see them. They may have not been actually active. Well, they might be in the production queue. Nope, nothing in here. But right now we're just cranking on supplies because we're at negative... Well, we were at negative. Now we're actually trying to crank this back up. Railway artillery, yes! This is something I was missing in Japan. I wish I had railway artillery in that series, but I never did. Part of the rearmament program initiated by the Nazis after taking power in 1933, the Army High Command ordered Krupp to begin work. I don't know why, just the name Krupp. I like saying it, Krupp. To begin work on new railroad artillery designs. They would take a long time to develop. Krupp pointed out that it could deliver a number of railroad guns much more quickly, using obsolete guns already on hand and modernizing their original World War I mountings for which they still had drawings available. The High Command agreed and authorized Krupp in 1936 to begin designs on a series of guns between 15 and 28 centimeters for delivery by 1939 as the emergency program. Start the program or no need? Start the program. So we maxed out on spot, so 99 plus. Does that actually? I wonder if it actually keeps track of the plus. So we're gonna go to tech. We're gonna crank diplomacy up for just a little while and bank some diplomacy points. 100 by 20 a day. So we'll crank that up for a little while. Bank some of that. Nice and easy like. There we go. 200 should be good for a while. Now let's crank it on officers. SS Infantry Brigades, activate this unit. Now, where are these units actually being activated at? Because I don't actually see them anywhere. So what do we got working here? So we have... This is the... So all these groups that coming off of this guy are the Luftwaffe commands. I'm probably going to end up pronouncing it incorrectly. But I think you guys will live. So this is a Army Corps right here. So let's move him this way. Do I have diplomacy? I have trade on automate, yeah. So we're getting... each day we're educating 200 new officers. The old battleship Hanover, same class as the Schleswig-Holstein, and the Schlesing, is currently decommissioned and in disrepair. We can either recommission or break her up for scrap. So commission her, get an obsolete battleship, or break her up. Honestly, I think I'm just going... I'm not too terribly interested in an obsolete battleship. Airbase for Eastern Prussia. It's over here. In order to defend East Prussia from invading enemy airplanes, we need more airfields. These airfields also need preparation for future air operations. Place this building manually on top of... place the buildings manually on top in building Q, and the next day buildings are done. Okay. Place the buildings manually on top of building Q. Does that mean Sino-German cooperation? Hang on, let's pause this for a second and go to production. And it said place them here we go. This is what it meant. So we're going to move these all to the top of the queue, and it's got to auto-complete them through a script. So this is the Japanese-German alliance here. China's urgency to modernize its military endeavors. Coupled with Germany's need to stable supply of raw materials. Not Japan. Sorry, misspoke there. Although intense cooperation lasted only Nazi takeover Germany in 1930, the Sino-Japanese War in 1937. I'm reading through this pretty quickly. Had a profound effect on Chinese modernization and the capability of the Chinese versus Japan in the war. So we can agree to continue it, or we can stop it. And that, continuing it will make... Yeah, let's stop it. Because that'll make Japan like us, and that's kind of what we want. We need a good Japanese ally in this war. Closing ceremony. Alpine skiing made the first appearance at the Winter Olympics with German athletes Franz Pfaffner won men's Alpine and Crystal Kranz won women's Alpine events. Germany loses threat on all, gains manpower, gains money. Mountain warfare equipment gain 10. Now when it's saying that, I'm wondering if it's talking about tech. Like if it pushes my tech up a little bit. Peenemünde. Peenemünde was, it's an island over here. Is this it? No, it's an island over here somewhere. I don't know exactly where it is. It's where they, it's where Germany had its rocket test facilities. Peenemünde. I like saying that. One of 5 military proving grounds. The Reich Ministry paid 750 Reichsmarks for the town of Wolfsgott. Is that? That? Wolfgott. Yeah, I think it was right there. Werner von Braun, just a place for you and your friends. By the middle of 30, the army facility had converted the Luftwaffe facility and nearly complete. Personnel moved to Kummersdorf. All right, so build the facility. We get Peenemünde. So yeah, this is definitely gonna build all this shit. Especially like the rocket stuff. Definitely gonna build that kind of stuff. So okay, you're all attached to him. You're garrison. Gonna hang out there. This is... What the hell is this? This is heavy AA, AA, and AA. So I think these guys you kind of station in like urban combat zones, or urban provinces, I mean, to help defend against bombers. I actually think that's what you do with these guys. Wow. Carrier damage control systems. Wow, we actually stole... That's exactly what I was wanting, was like naval stuff to be stolen from England. That's exactly what I was looking for. That's exactly what happened. I like that. All right, so why don't we move you here, you there. Just like that. Garrison, garrison. Let's see, let's move you guys down here. Just trying to, starting to stack the border with Poland here. I mean, it's a long time before anything's going to happen. We could start moving stuff around. SS motorized artillery, activate this unit. I keep saying activate the unit. I'm not actually seeing them anywhere. I would be looking for, like, little things. Because they would just be Oh, guys, I don't see them actually activated anywhere. Interesting. Has in the old battleship, the same class as the shuttle, decommissioned. Okay, so let's break her up, get all those supplies. Gonna be very useful. I mean, it's just coastal battleships. They're not like they're good for shore bombardment, but that's pretty much it. I mean, there's not a lot of shore bombardment for me to do. All right, so we got some supplies. Let's actually put this over back to prioritize upgrades. It should take care of everything by itself. Pretty simple, like. Oop, Penamunde. Put that at the top of the list. Should complete pretty easily. Yep, there it is. Those are the air bases. SS motorized infantry. And a lot of pop-ups. I know there's a lot of pop-ups, but man, this is what I like about BlackICE, is there's so much detail in it. So much detail. Activate this unit. Now, I keep saying activate this unit. And I mean, I'm not seeing it pop up on the production queue. I'm not seeing it pop up on the map anywhere. Now, if I go to, like, is it stuff in here? Is it activating stuff? Yo, that's what it is, yeah. Now I see it. I think it's activating my ability to build it, is what it's doing. So now I can make these SS units. Now let's see, like, oh, I don't know what any of this stuff is. This is... Oh, there's so much stuff here. Priority. What's the best way to sort these? Strength. Organization. Kilometer. I guess there's not really a great way to sort them. So now we have SS Pioneer. That's the SS Engineers. SS Flak. SS Motorized Flak. I think that's SS Motorized Recon attachment right there. SS Armored Cars. SS Anti-Tank. Now the SC... So let's take a look at these two and see what the difference is. So they look the same across the board, except right here, all the SS units have suppression. They use slightly more supplies, fewer officers, more IC, and more build time. So what the SS are good for are political suppression, basically, which I'm fine with. You need a lot of suppression. Definitely need a lot. So upgrades, reinforcements, good. Everything's good. Okay. Exactly the way we want it. I actually didn't go through and start, reorganizing stuff off screen just because I, frankly, didn't have time. But all these guys are built now, so what we can do is grab the interceptors and break all them off. Just organize these guys based on, their type. We got some fighter bombers, some Hinkle 112s. Hinkle 112 was like a predecessor to the Messerschmitt 109. What do we got here? Junkers 86, medium bombers, medium. Good. And now we can select this one. Just keep doing this. We're going to do light bombers. Junkers 52s. Oh, that was close air support, so we're going to do light bombers. Light bombers are good at kind of low supply areas because they suck up less supplies. They're actually, I found them to be very useful, actually. And now we have... Oh, I missed a light bomber there. CAGs, or not CAGs, CAS, close air support. Basically, the very, very first version of the Stukas, Junkers 87s. So let's change that. And now what we need to do is grab both the one, select that guy. A lot of light bombers. I'm actually okay with that because I'm actually a big fan of the light bombers. I'm not sure what they're going to turn into later on, but we'll figure it out. And still, we're cranking on the officers right now. It's, 200 new officers a day. I think it's pretty good. It's like a percentage every day. Political feuds with the government. 2 of our ministers seem unable to come to an agreement regardless of who's in control of the propaganda press. A few days ago, their petty issues even led to armed conflict between the supporters of the respective ministers. It would seem wise to interfere and stop this nonsense. They obviously seem unable to solve the issue on their own. Ridiculous. So leadership modifier, minus 10%. So now we have less leadership to work with, which sucks. But why don't we... I mean, in vanilla, you could cap this out at 110. So why don't we get to, like, 110? I mean, it's seriously, it's going up like a percentage point every single day here, which is kind of awesome. And then maybe get to 109 and leave it. 4X Infantry Division. So let's see, at least April. We'll get creation of 4 Infantry Division event. Okay, here we go. So the 25th, 26th, 33rd, and 34th Infantry Division are created at their garrison town, so whatever they just happen to be. All right, so now everything in red I feel is very important. So creation of 4 infantry divisions. Because of the occupation of the Rhineland, these 4 infantry divisions were called into duty earlier. They were mobilized and stationed in Sparplas for guard duty along the border with France. You have 3 options. Place units straight on the map with no experience and no organization. Place units in production queue and gain experience, organization, and practicals. Place them manually on top of production queue to benefit, or not have any units. So I would do this. Place them in the production queue. I think that tooltip was actually throwing me off because it said production letter Q instead of production QUEUE, which is, I think, one of the most ridiculous spellings of any word in the English language. Alright, so we definitely need to work. Well, production-wise, when are these going to finish? In April 18th, so we can crank. Well, let's actually go tech, drag this down. Well, what we need to do is lock it, espionage, lock it, and just go all into research now. 41 projects possible. 41 projects of 36 possible, so we're actually doing pretty well here. But now we could actually start adding in some tank stuff, and I think maybe some more plane stuff too. Well, a lot of this stuff is 37 tech, but assault gliders. Yeah, strategic bombers I kind of always loved. Armored fighting vehicle tracks and suspension. Diesel engines, yep, research that. Armor 2. So welded plate armor. So this will increase the IC. Well, let's just throw it out. I bet it's required for other things. Yeah, I bet that's what that is. All right, so we got a lot of projects going now. Lots and lots and lots of projects. I'm already loving this. British blueprint stolen. I love that I'm stealing all this stuff from the Brits. Because they have better tech than me in some very specific areas, like specific types of planes, and rebels in France already, and anything naval related. So if I could steal any blueprints I could steal from them, I'm thrilled with. So we got some money building up. I was actually told to pay more attention to, let's see, this one, strategic effects, because to do specific things, like you need specific amounts of money and things like that. High popularity, which is always good. Popularity at least 45. Great Depression effects. Silent Guns of December. At war, at least December, have no units in battle. So if you are not in any battle in December, you could do that regain rate thing, which is kind of cool. Full historical axis. Italy, Japan, Hungary, and Romania. Gives you a ton of... For actually having the historical axis gives you a ton of stuff. So the game, wants you to do that. Well, if you want to. Famous military power. Famous armed forces. So I'm not sure how to do that stuff. Broke tails. A lot of this stuff will pop up later on the game. All right, so... Let's crank the speed up to 5. I love my new computer because I can actually crank it up to speed 5, and it'll actually go at speed 5 for a good little while. And those guys finished. So yep, these guys are gonna get stationed. I think they're all in colored because they can't be renamed anything else. Actually, speaking of renamed, I know a lot of people like to rename stuff. And man, did I do that a lot in my first 2 series. Lots and lots of renaming of stuff. So let's just start throwing these guys in here. Let's just go like this. Boom, 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 like that. And then we'll have to get them a nice command structure. So they have some experience, which is good. So we can actually upgrade a lot of the stuff if we want to. Anti-tank, no. So artillery can be upgraded to a larger artillery if we want. Infantry can be upgraded to different types. Naval infantry, things like that. The only thing on here I would probably actually want to upgrade is probably the types of transports. They have low popularity. So we have lost medium popularity and we gained low popularity. So our popularity is falling. Heat wave. 1936 heat wave affected all of North America. It was one of the most serious heat waves in modern history. The death toll exceeded 5,000 in the United States alone. Many summer harvests were destroyed. Drought occurred. Many people suffered. Many high-class areas had indoor ventilation and cooling, so many employed in rich businesses were unaffected. The heat wave lasted mainly till September. Oh dear. So Canada, the US, and Mexico all get negatives. Alright, so we're cranking now. Just kind of waiting. I'm just waiting. You know, every time a day ticks by, I'm like, what is the next event going to be? What is it going to be? And you can actually see we're actually using up some of our spies. They're getting caught, things like that. So they're whittling down. So what do we just build over here? An airbase? Our construction practical is lower than it was before, so I don't think that was it. Something built over here. The only thing that's going is the air bases. Production. It must have been an airbase. Let's see. Infrastructure. It must have been an airbase. That's the only thing I could think of. Now, did it, you know, what? Well, let's look at when the infrastructure finishes in June. Why don't we take a oh, you know what? We actually have to end this episode because it's running a little bit long here. So, everybody, if you have enjoyed this, just drop me a like, leave me those comments right down below. And if you are interested in more Benjamin Magnus Plays Hearts of Iron 3, just subscribe to my channel, and I will see you next time.